So, first review of the day is going to be for the film Arthur the King. I saw this, Dusk did not. So, this is based on a true story here. It's about a venture racer, Mark Wahlberg, who plays Michael. He does a lot of these kind of marathon runs, the runs that include you run, you bike, you kayak, you do all those kind of events there where you go to kind of these other countries as well to do these races. And you see at the beginning of the movie, he's kind of got a history of never finishing these races. He, doesn't really is not a very good team leader, doesn't really listen to his team, battles with his team a lot. But, after he kind of had that really one failed one, as we see at the beginning of the movie, you see that, he's like, okay, I want one more chance to actually do this. I know I can do this. I know I can finish this race. I know I can beat everyone. And he assembles a team to do so. Some familiar faces that you see. You see Simon Liu, who's in this, who plays Leo. Leo. You see Natalia Emmanuel, who plays this, who plays Olivia in this. Each member of the team has their own like special skill set. You know what I mean? Like Simon Liu is very much like he's clearly probably the most athletic
Mm,
person of the group. Natalia Emmanuel, she's the rock climber of the group, so she's an expert climber. They also have an older guy here. Ali Suleiman is his actor's name. Sheik is the character name here, where he's the navigator of the group. He's the one that kind of because you can map the territory your own way. You can go your own way. You don't have to follow a set path. You can kind of go your way. So he's the
mm,
navigator of the group. And then on their journey of this during the race, they run into a dog, stray dog there, who's
mm,
on the streets of the Dominican Republic, and he just kind of looking for food as always. Mark Wahlberg decides to feed him, and that's when the dog kind of becomes attached to the team and follows the team in their journey there, and even avoids them from making huge mistakes. Like Simon Liu is about to walk off a cliff in the middle of the night, and the dog warns them about it and ends up kind of saving their life. So, these type of movies, it's one of these cute dog movies. Dog movies do
mm,
really well. People love dogs. Love, love,
mm.
love dogs.
I mean,
And the
they're
movie
good.
is yeah, I mean, hey, dogs are cool. I mean, the movie is named after the dog, Arthur the King. That's the name of the dog. That's what he names him.
Yeah.
So hell, the dog is more. I wonder if the dog got paid more than Mark Wahlberg in this, because that's the thing. In watching this with an audience of people, there wasn't too many people in my theater, but there was some. And then anytime anything happened to the dog got sick, or the dog got a little hurt, everybody went, oh, not the dog. Everybody went, oh,
Yeah.
because it's a cute little dog, so they don't want to see anything bad happen to it.
No.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a pretty kind of simple film there. It's all about, a man and his dog, and during this journey, I mean, how is this dog traveling all this way? Because they're traveling hundreds of miles. How the dog is keeping up with them, I don't know exactly, but okay, sure, whatever. But the dog is keeping up with them, and you see it, and that's all it's kind of about. It's about this bond here, and that's what kind of makes it. It's a cool feel good type story movie. Nothing really too amazing, nothing really too spectacular, but it's just decent feel good type thing that you just might watch. Do you have to go to the theaters to go see it? I don't really necessarily think so. I think it's something probably would be better if you maybe watch it at home on streaming. That's why I'm going to give it probably a middle of the road kind of stream it there. The performances there are pretty decent enough. Like you see that a lot of it also with these kind of things is like the will
Mm,
of man of because you look at these racers and it's like, man, that seems like they do a lot of these really physical tasks, like you said, biking and running and hiking and climbing and doing all this. It's like, man, man, maybe I want to try something like that. Then I remember like, damn, that's a lot of training.
yes, it
uh
is.
a lot of doing stuff, because there's even a point where they have to climb with bikes on their backs, climbing up a mountain here, and it's like, yeah, I think I'm all right. I think I'll just watch from. I'll just stay in the theater. You know what I mean? Do that. But sometimes that is inspiring to also watch, like people who do this type of stuff, who do the racing and do these type of things. So yeah, this is directed by uh Seaman Celine Jones there, Simon Celine Jones there. He's done other stuff like Family Plan, Our Friends in the North, 1984 there. So he's directed The Family Plan, and he did a miniseries called Our Friends in the North. First time hearing about this person, Simon Celine Jones there. It's like I said, it's okay. You know what I mean? It's not gonna really, to me, it's not gonna knock your socks off, but it's just a cute feel good type movie that you would watch there. Uh,
Mm.
so I'm gonna yeah. give it a streaming. Uh,
Okay.
any questions about Arthur the King?
No, that's I watched the trailer before we started, and that's kind of the vibe I got out of it.
Yeah. You ever thought about doing something like this? Doing marathons, races like this?
Uh, I have gotten back on the wagon, and I am back into my fitness grind again. So who knows? I wouldn't mind doing a marathon. Probably the nearest one I would do, I'd probably do for charity, and I would do a charity marathon definitely.
Yeah. Does it involve just running or do you do all?
Um, basically I don't know exactly how it would work, but it would involve probably a marathon of running, most likely.
Yeah. How many miles?
At least I don't know off the top of my head. I haven't thought it all the way through, but the training wise, I'd have to train for it for a couple of months if I wanted to
Mm,
join one with
yeah.
confidence.
Yeah, these things they usually gotta train for months and months in advance because
Yeah.
with these racers, they have to get to the country first,
Mhm.
then kinda get acclimated to the weather and then
Right.
train,
You
and
usually want to
then
get there a couple weeks beforehand.
yeah, he's like, at least prep time because you need sponsors also for this
Yes,
too,
absolutely.
money for people to fly you out there, for the hotel, for the equipment, for everything like that.
It ain't
So
easy.
yeah, and so I think he said like, "Well, really I need 6 to 8, but I'll take 4 to 6." You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I'll do that. So yeah, you do that, so.